Let's talk about function notation. We can have an equation, y equals 2x plus 6, written in this way. Or we could write the same relationship between our independent and dependent variable, x and y, except in function notation. F of x equals 2x plus 6. These are essentially the same thing, just written in a different way. F of x is taking the place of y. This is not f times x. We have to tell from the context that this is function notation. If you see f of x or g of x or some letter with a parentheses and a variable, that's function notation like this. Now, let's say I were given this equation and I was supposed to complete the table. So in order to complete this table of values, I would just take the x numbers and plug them in for x. So when x is 0, what is y? I plug in 0. 2 times 0 plus 6. Oh, that's 6. So there we go. Then for 8, 2 times 8 plus 6. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 6, 22. Okay, I can complete that table. 2 times 20 plus 6. 2 times 20 is 40 plus 6. Okay. There we go. When we're asked to evaluate the function, or to compute the value of, and then I'm given something like this, the process that I follow is the exact same thing as completing the table was. F of x equals 2x plus 6. I just take the number that's in the spot where the x goes and plug that in to where the x is. So f of 0 equals, plug in 0 for x, and just like we figured before. F of 0 equals 6, because when I plug in 0 for x, I get 6. F of 8 equals 22, because when I plug in 8 for x, I get 22, and so on for 20. Now, note that function notation can use other letters other than just F. Frequently, we'll see a G or an H, just because those are letters that are close to F in the alphabet. We see right here, here's a g of x equals x squared minus 4. This is not a linear function, this is a quadratic function, but it's still a function in function notation using the letter g. So if I had some problem where I was talking about this f of x function and this g of x function, it'd be really easy for you to know which one I'm talking about because they have different letter labels. Sometimes we'll use a letter that corresponds to the context that we're using that function, that we're using the function to model. So like, let's say you're talking about the cost of tuition. You might use a t for your function letter. T of x equals 200 plus 120x. Or you're talking about the cost of something. Maybe you would use a c. Don't let these things throw you. Just know that when you see this, it's really just the same thing as having a y right there.